Okay. We're up and going. I had to share it out to all my other apps. Okay, we're working on the midnight jig. Hey there, Wildcat. How are you doing? Hey, good morning. I'm doing pretty good today. Was happy we had some orders come in last night and today. I'm doing pretty good though. I had to get some, I did actually tie some lures for these orders. They ordered a 1/4 ounce and 24th ounce, and I'm doing good. I thought we were going to get some rain. They were talking about rain this morning on the news. But I looked at the radar and there's no sight of any storms. I got a few last night myself. I was up to 2 making, oh my goodness. Late night. I do that sometimes, not a whole lot. When I used to tie jigs in the house, I would tie jigs till I was just too tired to stay awake. So I would do that. Now that it's in the shop, it kind of separates work from home life living, which helps out, but at the same time, sometimes I'm laying in bed at 10:30 watching the news, or last night I'm watching the Thunder play basketball. And I'm like, man, I could be tying jigs right now watching the game. Yep, here we go. Yep. We still do some custom orders, and when we were primarily custom in the custom business, man, I would get phone calls like at midnight. You had so and so that was working at the factory, and he's on his lunch break, or his whatever break, and he would call or text, and we had a few customers that were that way. We had a sheriff that worked the night shift, and he would send me text messages with the pictures that I put on Facebook, and wanted some of those same colors. Yeah, so we kind of, during COVID, we kind of quit doing. We primarily shifted our business model to the website. And I still do custom orders, and we had customers that we had for years, and I still did their custom orders, With tackle shops, 120. Oh, that's pretty good. You could type the word jig in here. I don't know if you know that. You can type the word jig. Oh, you do the rigs. Yeah, you do the rigs. I forget about that. Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, you're typing the right thing. Yeah, on TikTok you can't type the word jig. There's some kind of racial. It's, I guess, a racial slur in some countries, but I mean, for years here in the U.S., a jig is a jig. The jig is up. I'm working on a jigsaw puzzle. At work, we work with a jig at work. Yeah. Striper rigs, yep. It is nonsense. And I'm hoping that if it does get bought out by a U.S. company, that that changes. I mean, that's a simple little, that's a little bitty thing compared to, you know, what's going on. But, you know, I do think that that word kind of makes where it kind of suppresses the algorithm sometimes. Yeah, they sure do. They do need to give it a rest. Yeah, we get, but here on YouTube, I'm happy. We could type the word jig in all day long. What am I doing? I'm tying these up wrong. I am tying up that lure wrong. I need silver flashing on these. Yeah, I switched over to the green for the habanero. So you guys are going to see me. I'm going to take one of the jigs apart. Put that aside. I might use that here a little bit later. Hey there, Johnny. Good morning. I had a couple of really good messages via email. People making some really nice comments about our products, sent through emails and also through our website too. I do get blessed when somebody catches a lot of fish on our lures. Morning, afternoon. How's it over there, Johnny? We do have a few customers in Canada. I mean, our website does not work for Canada or anywhere outside the US. But yeah, we do have a few customers up there. We have customers that live right on the border of Canada, and they have a P.O. box here in the US. And they basically cross the border and get their mail and do that. And then we have a couple of customers that are that, you know, they'll pay the $20 or $30 shipping, but they'll put in like a big size order. But we have a lot of customers. I say a lot, probably 3 to 5 customers that are in Canada that live right on the border, and they have P.O. boxes, or they have relatives that they have that are in the US, and I'll ship it, you know, to New York or wherever like that. Yeah, I'm taking this one apart. Yeah, I hate doing this. Like, oh no, you're making me cry, Ruben. I put the wrong flashing on that one. One day I'm going to get a stronger tool. This one will burn it off. I need to get the one Brian has, which is, I think it's from Hairline. His just singes it. See, this is fully charged. And it takes its sweet little time burning it off. And this should be knocking it off like right off the bat, but what I may do is give this one to my wife and get me a stronger one. to catch some bait fish, do some catfishing tonight. I don't know. We have rain coming in. I think later on this evening into tomorrow. I may try to get out if there's a break in the weather and just go to one of the local fishing docks. We have a couple of them that are nearby. And then next week, I'm going to try to get the boat out. Try to either do some crappie fishing or some catfishing. I just need to get out and go do some fishing. We are out of fish. We don't have any fish in our freezer. I need to get me some fish. Yeah, 80-pounder. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I've never caught anything that big. We got a lady that lives out in Southern California, and on our rod, she caught a, I think it's like an 80 or a 90-pound stingray. And it wasn't, I call it a stingray, and I think it's, I can't remember exactly, but it's part of the stingray family. Oh yeah, I'll get out sometime. I need to get out. Yeah, we have our own catfish poles. Here, I'll show you right after this here. Yeah, we have our own catfish poles. We got what's called the striker rod. And it is a two-piece pole, but it's one of the best two-piece poles out there. Yeah, it has an EV foam grip. It has a really good grip. I like the grip on there. Even though it doesn't have all the, it's not etched or anything like that, it gets a really good grip. And then we got the reel seat, the metal reel seat. You got the two locking nuts there. It's a medium heavy action, but we've had a couple of people. One person caught like a 300-pound shark with this rod. And they said the rod was bending like crazy, that they were able to get it and take the hook out. But it's a medium heavy action rod. It's a two-piece pole. It'd make a great traveling rod if you go traveling and you don't want these big, long, bulky rods. It is 7'8". 7'8". Oh, the price is $69.99. We knocked 30% off. Yeah, when we ordered them in, we got them in bulk to get the price we wanted or needed. And I like the grip. Oh, good. Yep. And so it's 7'8". We've had another guy catch a 200-pound shark. I don't know what kind of shark. And these guys don't do any live streaming. And apparently, I guess they catch so many sharks, they don't take pictures. So, and then we had, Mary out of she lives down in Santa Ana, down in that area. She caught that 80, 90-pound stingray with it. And hey there, Free Fire, how's it going there? Yeah, we could ship them to Canada. Yep. I like 2 of them. Yeah, send me a message via an email through our website. Just go to our website and we could do that. The shipping's, I have to check out what the shipping's going to be. And so we'll have to work that out. And just go to the website, leave a message with all your info there. The address, phone number, that way we can talk on the phone. And I can kind of work up what the price is going to be with the shipping and everything. But yeah, we can get them up there to you. Yeah, that'd be awesome there. Also in the email, let me know your real name too. So But also send a phone number. Send out also what time zone you're in. I don't know what time zone. I'm thinking you're in the same time zone I'm at. No, but we are looking at, we do, I do have a couple of prototypes with the spinning reel eyes. Those there are with the bait casting. We should have got half of them with the spinning and half with the bait casting, but we ended up just going with the bait caster. Good morning, Glacier Shark. Not too bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not as bad as some of these other places. We've sent some products out to different places in the world, and I can't remember what country it was, but man, it was like, just for lures, it was like $60. I mean, they ordered a bunch. Hey there, Wayman, how you doing? No fishing this morning? So we can do that. I do have Cash App and all these other transactional apps. So we could work something out. Got minnows, skipjack, and shrimp for catfishing in the morning. Oh, good. Hey, Richard. Good. From Dubai. Oh, cool. That's cool. Armstrong. 50-50 with baitcaster. Oh, yeah. Sometimes that happens to me, too. Yep, Johnny. 14 crappie, 1 bluegill. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's really good. We do have a few people that use the strike. It's called the striker rod. I sent 6 pound box of rigs to Australia. Was only 40. Okay, was that 42 for shipping, or was that for everything? Thank you, Richard. Yeah, we even do our own fishing line too. We have mono. We have 2 colors of mono. And let me go pull one. I have a broken spool. Somebody dropped one of the spools. I think it was me, but I can't remember. But we have 2 different colors of fishing line. We have it in high-vis yellow and also in high-vis pink. We also have braid too. Let me go grab a spool of braid. Oh my goodness, I almost fell. We don't need that happening, do we? Yeah. Okay, now we have smaller spools for the 4, 6, 10, and 20 pound. This one here is the 40 pound. That's high-vis pink and high-vis yellow. Or no, I take that back. That's high-vis yellow. This is high-vis pink. This is a 30 pound. We have it in 30, 40, and 50 on our mono. And then on our braid, this is a 60 pound braid, but we also have it in 80 pound too, as well as 10 and 20 pound. So, and then we also have circle hooks. We got a ton of circle hooks. Right now it's buy one, get one free right now. I sent the 6. Oh, the 6. Oh, that was the shipping 42. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think the last time I sent something to Canada, it was somewhere between 25, 30 bucks. And it's been a while since we sent something to Canada, to actually in Canada. What province do you live at, Wildcat? But the rod shouldn't be that bad. Right now we have them for $69.99, and right now we do charge like $32 for shipping. But I know if it goes to Canada, it's gonna be pretty high up. It's gonna be a lot more than that. Yep, the drawing's gonna be, I'm thinking somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock. I know yesterday I said 4 and 5. but I realized we have to run around town later on. Hey there, John. Good morning, Nova Scotia. Yeah, I can see. Let me write that down here. Yeah, we're going to do the drawing somewhere between 2 and 3. My wife's going to get here around. Well, she'll be here around 3:30 or so. But so we'll do the drawing somewhere this afternoon. Right now we have John in the drawing, Wayman, Alvy, Big Country. Wayman has a bunch of slots in there, and so does John. And yeah, we'll be doing the drawing this afternoon. So right now the set gift for the drawing is going to be approximately 50 bucks in lures. Okay, Nova Scotia. Yeah, we'll be doing the drawing. Appreciate everybody in the channel, man. We got 29 lovely people in here. Yep, we have the jig sale. You know what? We got a few orders in last night and this morning, and not a single person used the Jig 20 code. I mean, I like making full deal. I like making full money. You know, I don't get bummed out when we do get people that order with discounts, but I'm thinking, man, out of all the orders and you know, we hadn't been that busy this week. But with a lot of the orders that have been coming in, no one's throwing out that Jig 20 discount. Nobody's using it. And so I did make a couple of videos this morning. We'll see if we get any feedback from our Facebook audience and our YouTube and our TikTok audience. But yeah. But yeah, we can ship stuff up to Canada. We can ship stuff to Australia. And they're good rods. They're going to make. We got a few people. We got Woody's Wild Adventures. He uses them. He has 3 of the striker rods. He uses them for catfish and carp. And he's another one that streams almost every day. And then he also has our crappie rod. We have crappie poles too. And then this is our 7-foot crappie pole. This is actually the one that's been on sale. And it's $69.99. And it's a 2-piece pole. It's an ultralight rod. And it's super lightweight. And it is an ultralight. You can use these for trout and perch and all kinds of fish like that. It does have a fast tip on there. Right now, this one's $69.99. And then we do have another, that's a 7-footer. But it has a full grip, full core candle here. And that one runs $79.99. And then our 4-foot crappie pole, which I need to bring that one back over here, is a great rod for dock fishing, boat slip fishing. We had a fella last night. He's fishing in his little pond. He has a farm pond. And he's fishing in his farm pond last night, and man, he caught probably about, I don't know, maybe 100 perch last night, and he caught a bunch of big channel cat. We're talking, I don't know, 6 to 8 pound channel cat with this rod. This is our little 4-foot pole here, and yeah, he had the drag set. It was pulling drag. I was really worried. I'm like, man, I hope it doesn't break. I hope he doesn't make a move and grab the rod by the middle and breaks the rod. We've had a couple of people that have broke the rod, not the 4-footer, but the 7-footer. They set the hook and they're trying to lift lift the fish up into the boat by grabbing the tip end. And it's like the rod's not made to bend if you're grabbing it in the middle and you're hoisting up a 3-pound white bass or walleye or something like that. But they're good rods. Yep. Oh man, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, they're really good rods. I like them. You can feel everything on them. You can feel everything. Now, the cool thing about our rods too is if you're sick and you have to call into work, and if you pick up one of our rods, you'll start feeling better. I'm just letting you guys know that. You'll start feeling better right away. And then, you already called in sick to work. You can just go to the local pond or lake or river and utilize that little gift of healing there that my rod sends out. But this here is the 132nd to midnight. This is one of my favorite colors to fish with. This color, I made this, and I've been making this color for, I don't know, 13, 14 years. And when I first started making lures, again, we were limited on finances. And so you only had so many colors of powder coat. And so I went ahead and spent the extra $1 or whatever for a pack of the rainbow tinsel chenille. And at that time I had some blackheads already pre-painted or whatever it was. I just threw it together with some silver flash, and then that was the birth to the midnight jig. Well, Wildcat, I look forward. Hopefully we can get you some rods up there. That would be nice. But yeah, we do a lot of stuff. We sell, lure making material, and we got our fishing line. Our circle hooks are really good hooks. We have them all the way from a 5/0 to a 10/0 hook. So yeah, we will be doing our drawing a little bit later on. To be eligible for the drawing, you got to live in the U.S. because we don't want to be shipping lures out to Indonesia or some, Anyway, it is a giveaway. So we're going to be giving away about $50 worth of lures. To be eligible, you got to be here in the U.S. You got to either be a paid member, or you can throw up some gifts, and every $5 increment will be a spot on the wheel. And we did our first drawing on a Saturday, and last week we did it on a Friday. And so we're going to be doing that drawing a little bit later on today. We'll be doing it on a live stream. I will be doing it live. Live. I see the sun's coming back up. It got really cloudy there for a little bit. There was a good chance of us getting some morning storms, but I think they all went to the south of us. We have another chance of rain coming in this evening into tonight. And then we have a chance of some pretty heavy storms all weekend. Some quick storms that will pop up, and hopefully not anything too terrible. How are you doing up there, Richard? You guys doing okay? Man, I was watching the Thunder play last night, and it's like, hopefully they beat the Nuggets. I think it's on Sunday. They'll be playing at home. All throughout the regular season, they had pretty much a 20-point winning margin when they beat them all year. I know Remington's super stoked about the Pacers. Do you watch the Pacers any at all, or cheer for them? If you guys don't know, Richard and Remington are from Indiana. You can't get nothing down. Oh, man. Yeah, we got to do some running around later on. I'll be back this evening, and I think I'm going to tie jigs kind of a little bit later than I normally do. Pacers, but don't get to watch very often. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't really watch a whole lot of the Thunder during the season. If if they're playing a really good team, I might. But there are just so many games. It's like baseball. I don't really get interested in baseball till the playoffs. There are just so many baseball games, so many basketball games. Sometimes we'll go to a Thunder game, but we didn't go to any this year. I can't remember. I think it was last year we went once. But we live a couple of hours away from Oklahoma City. Every so often they'll do a home game here in Tulsa. This here's the midnight jig. 1/32. We do have a jig sale going on. You can use Jig 20. That's JIG20. Save 20% on lures. It only applies to lures on that code. Or you can use FLO10, FLO10, and save 10% on everything on the site. close. But now today I'm just tying up a bunch of lures. I did paint some heads this morning. I didn't paint a lot. And I did some eyes too this morning. We don't keep any of the 1/24th in stock, so I do have a lot of heads painted. So when we do get an order, they still go out pretty fast. We had an order this morning for some 1/24th ounce. And just glued the eyes, tied them up real quick, and we're ready to go out the door. Ooh, why did I do that? Guys, thanks for coming in. Yep, afterpay, 3 to 4 payments. You don't have to have it all come out at once. That's our midnight lure. What's that? After midnight, we're going to let it all hang out. Who sang that song? Where is this place that you're going to, Wayman? I know you'd been talking about taking this trip with a bunch of buddies. I know I've asked you before, and you probably told me. Ellsmore, Kansas. Canada, Kansas. Last night I was watching Alvy on TikTok, and man, he had like 160 people watching him. That's the most I've ever seen him, in one of his lives. I was really happy for him. He is catching a bunch of perch and catfish on our little 4-foot pole. Yeah, I don't like going a whole lot by myself too, but I mean, sometimes I got to do that. Yeah, I had a good friend of mine that we would go fishing together all the time, and then he moved away. So we don't get to go as much anymore. Tiger muskie. Oh my goodness, that sounds pretty good. Where are you going to be going? Belly boating. What is belly boating? Is that the name of a style of a boat? Welcome in, Rhino. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. We used to do that when I lived in Texas as a teenager. We would go to, we would call it tubing, and we would go and we would load the tubes in. And you guys aren't going to know that where these places are, but we would load in at Ingram, and we would float all the way down to. Sometimes we'd float down to Center Point or Comfort. I say Comfort, probably Center Point. And it'd take a whole day to go floating or tubing. And we'd have our rods. We'd have a special inner tube with the ice chest or attached to it. And we would be all sunburnt by the end of the day. Well, I hope you get some. It sounds like a fun trip there. This here is our 1/32 ounce midnight. You can save 20% if you use the code JIG20. JIG20, no space in between. Save 20% off lures. Lures only on that code. I am doing good, Burke. I'm about ready to get off here. I'm going to be taking off here in just a bit. I got to take care of a phone call. I got to call Peak Fishing. Peak Fishing. I got to add a couple more D-arms to the order. We have somebody that wants to buy the D-arm to the pike or to the Peak vise. If you don't know what the D-arm is, it is this piece right here. Right there. We don't, Peak doesn't sell the D-arm as a package with the vise. It's an accessory. But we put it together with a package, and when we sell the vise, you get the Peak vise. You get the D-arm too. So you can put this D-arm anywhere you want on this shaft, right up here. I like putting it tight. That way I'm not having to, do that number with it. But it's a really good vise. It's a really good, we have them at a really good price. Yep, I'm going to be taking off right now. That's going to be it for this segment here. I'll be back here probably in the next 30 minutes or an hour. I got to make a few phone calls. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. Make sure to visit our site, RubenFloresJigs.com. Link is in the bio. We'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.